So today this is Magic Mage with server 243, and I'm going to go over something that we've been doing. This is actually a concept that was developed by the leaders prior to when I entered into the server, but I really wanted to make sure it was pulled to light because it's a really great concept. So you'll notice right now that we are in a alliance. It's called Cove 2. This is a farm alliance, and we had anyone who wished to gain additional core points to farm for those energy nodes within each of the alliances. And when we go into the Contention of Relics, you'll be able to actually see exactly how many nodes were participated within this. So when we go into our energy cubes, you'll notice that while our main alliance did obtain 300,000 energy cubes, we also had each individual pair up with another or on their own and farm at least 10,000 energy cubes within each of our farm alliances. And we always start with our core alliances. And really the only purpose of these core alliances is for farming energy cubes. We have our farm alliances that we will jump into if we are able to complete all our core alliances and our main account. And why 10,000? Well, 10,000 is because if you look at the rewards within the game, if you are able to farm 10,000 cubes, the alliance will receive merit coins, and those merit coins can be distributed. It really is a great way to gain these rewards. We're just waiting for a couple more to join. We normally will take and also use this. So if, for instance, someone left an alliance and the rewards were issued and then came back because they were sharing honor, and leadership didn't catch it, or if someone was actually participating and we missed someone in terms of rewards, we'll throw them into this mini core as well to make sure that they are receiving the rewards in due time. So we're going to start. I actually divide this among 3 of my accounts. So you'll notice that I just received rewards here. There's a total of 16 people that ended up in our group. So that was 26,000 of these merit valor marks, and you'll notice that that was distributed amongst 16 people. So now we go into the next group, which is Cove 3, and then those rewards will be issued, and then we move on to our next alliance. So I should probably apply it to my next alliance while I am waiting. Alliance, join. It's going to be Cove 4. And accept both of these. We're going to move it to R2 because it's the only one without any groups in it right now. You'll notice that as we were farming the nodes, we actually placed them in our farm accounts right into the alliance chat. A couple of them we do have mini core chats developed for them. Cove 4 is one of those because it's one of our more active farm alliances. And then all the core ones, because they're solely used for just this, we don't actually have anywhere else that we place them except for into our alliance chats. And that allows us to see who's participating, and we can discover the contributions that are there. Cake will issue these rewards to us, and then we'll move on to the next group. So we got Cove 4 next, going back to Core 1. Great, so we'll see how many we got here. We got 23 here. Switch to space. Move them all into Code 2. The last one, agree. Let's move him in. Promote, we put him to R2. We have our full 16. We go to Core. Slowly. Allocate rewards. R2. We just bring it all the way up as far as we can go. So we're going to allocate those there. Yes, so everyone has them. And then we start kicking. members. Move you. Move you. Move you. You. I'm going to pull up my other account here because it's going to be sorcery. We're going to alliance to core 1. Ready? And then I'm going to pull up my main account, which is here. And the reason why I'm pulling this account up is I collect the boxes each location I go to. Right. So is this exercise worth it? Well, we used 12 different farm alliances to gather energy nodes over the course of 2 days. 16 members chose to participate in this activity, so rewards were distributed among 16 individuals. Out of all of these rewards, I had used my main account and 2 farm accounts, which meant a total of 3 accounts to aid in this participation. That meant each of my account beyond the main alliance rewards received 4 additional sets of contribution rewards. Those contribution rewards over the course of the 12 sections totaled for me a total of 314,831 of these valor marks. So yes, for me, this was absolutely worth it, especially when we go to the core provisions and look at what the rewards can obtain. So let's put this in perspective. If I had only 16 members, the 16 members who volunteered to farm the energy nodes, to collect the energy cubes across the 2 days, only gained the rewards in our core alliance, which did obtain greater than 300,000 energy cubes. So let's say we got that max amount of valor marks, and we then wanted to distribute these rewards over the 16 members. Each member would receive then 225,000 valor marks. And that's pretty significant because we're saying by doing what we're participating in over the 12 of our farm alliances, which was able to obtain 314,831 points among these 16 members, 89,831 additional valor marks to spend in the shop. Now, there are some things you are going to want to consider if you choose to engage in this. The first thing we realized is having alliances just for farming core nodes with no additional purpose really is advantageous because it allows for us to easily track it. We don't really need to make sure they're growing, except for the fact that they have to be alliances strong enough to participate in core. The other thing is when you're distributing rewards, you need to make sure the individuals that are within those main core alliances, those accounts are managed by someone who really understands how to remove members from an alliance. And the reason why is you want to be able to kick those members out of the alliance as soon as the rewards are distributed, because that's going to cut down on the cooldown time before you can join a new alliance, because you don't have to have a cooldown time if you're removed from an alliance. And within our 12 core alliances that we had collected these core energy cubes for the valor marks, it does take us, for about 16 members, a total of 1 hour to distribute all these rewards, because we do need to have everyone removed from the main alliance, join into these core alliances, be removed again, and then join into another alliance. So it's really important to make sure you're clearly communicating what alliance members are to start in, making sure that each member is kicked and each member knows before they're being kicked out of the alliance after points are distributed where they're going next. With that being thought of, you also want to make sure the individuals that are investing in this really are able to invest the time to farm the energy nodes up to the 10,000. Because if you do not reach that 10,000, you do not have points that you can distribute rewards to. So it's really important to make sure that everyone participating is really able to, over the course of 2 days, obtain those 10,000 energy nodes. Once you reach those 10,000 energy nodes, you really want to stop participating in that alliance so your next alliance can pick up where you left off. We have done this where everyone joins one alliance and then we move into the next and then the next. And then we've also gotten to the point where we're comfortable enough to farm in our own alliance, so that way we're simultaneously growing each account. It's up to you and your server and which path you think will be best for you. I would not recommend this option for any server that doesn't have a single kingdom. Reason being is the other kingdoms will want to be farming those energy nodes and not really understand what's going on. So if you don't have a single kingdom, this probably is not the best for you. However, if you are in a small server or a single kingdom, this is a great way to look at COR, particularly if you don't even have enough members to be able to take the World Heart or to be able to take the relics. This is one way you'll be able to still receive some significant amount of valor marks and receive those rewards within the COR shop, even if you're not able to appoint a king and take that world heart or a relic. So please make sure you're considering this. It really is a great, advantageous tool to use and look at COR in a completely different way. And until next time, if you like this content, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I do have to give credit. This was not originally my idea. This miniature COR was developed by the leaders within server 243 before I even joined. So we really need to look at Bigger Boss, Daisy, Soul, and all the other leaders who contributed to this before I even jumped into this server, because while I've looked at this idea with a couple of other members, I've never seen it executed, and they really have developed a phenomenal way to execute this, where every individual has an opportunity. You'll notice that even before our COR starts, we will send out a letter indicating what mini COR is about, how you can participate, and we do ask that everyone advise us beforehand if they're participating so we can assign them an alliance to participate within. It does go a lot easier if you have one or two alternate accounts or farms to help you collect those 10,000 energy nodes. The reason being is your accounts are limited to the number of marches that you're able to disperse within your own account. So if you have a very small farm account and you don't have 4 marches, it can make it a little bit more challenging to gather those energy nodes. Or if you have 4 marches that are only in your main account versus being able to send 8 marches out at once. We have noticed the first 8 to 10 hours, a lot of individuals are racing to get those energy nodes. As the energy nodes are reaching the 10,000 for each individual member, it tends to taper off, where the secondary batch can go in and then select the energy nodes they need to finish their alliances. So it does really take some coordination and understanding from all the members that, all right, there's not enough energy nodes at this point in time. I come back in 2 hours. Make sure you're farming every 2 hours when those nodes recycle, and that will give you the most chances to obtain the greatest amount of valor points possible. What's extremely exciting and will make this project a lot easier for us moving forward is patch notes 2.6.9. The reason why this will be easier is the optimization that has come out with this, allowing leadership and other members to see the gathering energy nodes, what's counting towards the contribution rankings for the Contention of Relics. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.